There's only progress, beloved. There's only elevation. There's only gratitude in that elevation. There's only gratitude in that elevation. You can't complain and be grateful at the same time. No matter what the illusion shows you or experiences you go through, doesn't matter. There's only progress. It was a conscious decision that you've made, that you continue to make, to evolve, to heal, to expand, to give your energy to that which is in alignment with your heart's desire, your heart's calling you. The porch lights flicking. We're focusing on the heart space. We're in possession of the mechanism that controls the effects, that controls the causes of the effects. We're infinite springs of source energy. We're source energy beings. We're talking about God energy beings. Self-love. We say that over and over and over again. Each and every day, wake up as a student to infinite intelligence. Even amongst our judgments and things that we feel are errors, life continues to school you, to school the ego, to school the logic of what it's constantly doing. Observe with objectivity and dig deeper. No such thing as mistakes. There's always more to realize about life. Once again, arrogance is the forerunner of embarrassment. And when we say arrogance, we're talking about our assumption that we know everything. There's always more, beloved. Be a student. More presence for the present moment. More presence. Always more. There's either inside or outside. And basically outside is a manifestation of this mechanism here. We can give energy to this or here. Most unawakened souls give their energy here. Trying to fix things and figure things out, reverse engineer stuff continuously. All here. The past, the future, all here. These are the same things Master Yoda talked about all day long in Star Wars. Always here. Never present. Never on what he's doing. Continuously manifesting things. You know what happens when you give your energy to the mind the whole time? You get burnt out. You burn yourself out because you're constantly giving your energy to create things. There's no reserve. You're not giving energy to yourself. Once again, you're giving energy to yourself when you focus here. As you give energy to yourself, you're increasing your frequency. You're increasing your energy. You're increasing your vibration. The mind is a tool for manifestation. We use the imagination to develop a picture, an image, an experience. It could be a person, place, or thing we're manifesting. It's just that this is the tool. And if we're constantly giving energy to the tool without calibration, because when we're giving energy to the tool, there's just, it's not from a grounded presence. We're giving energy to random thoughts, random information. And once again, we're using energy. We're expounding a bunch of energy and creating things and fear, chaos, circumstances, what we don't want to happen, all these things, just giving energy and manifesting all these things taking place outside of us. The energy's not constructive because it's not refined, it's not focused, it's just energy. And we're giving energy to random information, random ideas, and some things manifest, some things don't, but it's not focused. It's just a bunch of manifestation energy. what happens when you do that is you burn yourself out. You get tired because you're constantly using energy. Constantly using energy on nothing specific. Whereas, once again, the awakened soul is giving energy to the heart space. It's maintaining and becoming more and more aware of its own space, its own frequency of being. As we give ourselves energy, we increase in frequency, increasing our capacity to hold energy. And when we talk about holding energy, we're talking about the kinetic energy which we use when we're prepared and focused. As a youth, that energy was always there, and I'm excited and enthusiastic about life. It's just over time, as I've grounded that energy, I keep somewhat of a balanced disposition, pretty cool and relaxed. That energy didn't go anywhere. In actuality, there's more energy within that I used to have as a youth. There's a higher frequency of being within my presence. It's just that I'm mastering the art of presence as a source energy being, where the energy is kinetic. It's internal. I know how to maintain it. Now, if something was to take place, or I'm in the process of doing something that I'm passionate about, such as communicating with you, I know how to express that energy and release that energy into things that give the words, my expressions, the potency of the depth of the fire within my being. It's just that I'm a conscious being. I'm on the path of self-mastery. So I know when it's time to activate. I'm just not just expressing a bunch of energy everywhere all day on random things. Once again, that which I'm passionate about, the things that bring me joy, that are in alignment with my mission. This is where all this energy comes out. You know when it's time to activate. You know when it's time to embody the emotional content of your expressions. You know when it's time. So it's refined. It's not reckless. It's intelligent. It's sophisticated enough to recognize and manage the energy. Self-control. And that's a beautiful thing. Because we get to manage and harness and decide what deserves our energy. What deserves the intense emotional expressions. Where we can direct the passion, because where we direct our passion is a potent energy, and more than likely 9 times out of 10 we're creating the same situations based on that passion. We're giving energy to those experiences. That which we deserve, or what we want to continue to experience, deserves our highest passion, our deepest fire. Not the distortions, not the things that we don't want to experience again. If we give that our passion, of course, we're creating more of that for ourselves based on our own energy. We decided to activate and use that much energy on that. Free will beings, we get to choose what we're going to use our fire on. Is it the things that we want or the things that we don't want? Too often, unawakened beings use their fire on the things that they do not prefer to experience. Create more of that suffering, more of that hatred, more of that separation, more of that lack, more of that fear, more of that doubt or concern, more of it. We feed what we fight. We validate what we fight. Kings and queens don't validate illusions. More evolved than that. Stillness is the fastest way to start a movement. It's the fastest way to get things going. Here's why. When you calm down, when you relax, go with the flow, and you're present, understand this. you harness the power and functionality of everything. That's quite the paradox, but we can get this. We could get this. But ground yourself. Imagine you as a being. If you were to just be still, consider everything moving around you. The multitude of not only life forms, but planets, the cycles of the universe, of the multiverse, the shifts and unfoldments, the things that are taking place in your body as your blood carries oxygen throughout your being, like all the things that are taking place all around you. If you were just to be still and relax, everything around you is unfolding for you. You're harnessing the functionality because you decide to be in a space of acceptance. And you allow your design and all that it's supposed to do, all the things, the communications and experiences and unfoldments that are supposed to take place, all happen around you because you decide to be cool and accept infinite intelligence. You trust yourself. You trust God without resistance, without pushing things, without attempting to pull things, without attempting to manipulate things. The foundation of integrated meditation is the fact that infinite intelligence maintains its integrity and is the most efficient and effective when the soul decides not to compromise the process. When you, with your free will, decide to align with divine will. Once again, the foundation, the floor of any meditation practice is you being there and letting go, getting out of the way. Because infinite intelligence is already allowing your body to do everything that it's supposed to do in order to increase your frequency to align you with the highest, greatest version of self. There's an internal function taking place, which is beyond explanation, beyond your conscious control, which you're attempting to align with. Using the tools, the conscious tools of man and its expressions of what meditation is about that gets you there. Those are tools. The basis of it is in the functionality of existence itself. You directly benefit from life's functionality through your ability to allow, accept, and relax. There remains silence. There remains the natural functionality of the fabric of existence, of unconditional love as the fabric of existence that vibrates at the default frequency of peace. And here's where the depth of all intelligence, infinite intelligence, takes place. This is the foundation of it all. You don't have to know how to spell gratitude to be grateful. The vibration is more important than the spelling. Infinite times more important than the spelling. From the third to the fifth dimension, it's the greatest leap of consciousness a conscious being could ever experience. This is an extreme change in reality for all of you. Letting go is necessary and allowing for the functionality of infinite intelligence to do its thing. And getting out the way. How you treating God today? How you treating God today? Pay attention. Your experience and making this shift and moving through this transition is never dependent on the decisions of another soul. Never. Ever. The hologram, it's yours. Life is unfolding for you. Of course, it's a unified process. And yes, we all share a connection. We are, or at some level, a soul group, and we have soul families and special connections with other individuals. It's just that your experience is your decision based on your frequency of being. An infinite universe of infinite possibilities, all existing in this now moment, which is the truth and foundation of eternity. Eternity, right now. Everything has already happened. All the different timelines of experience and shifts and landing, evacuation, apocalypse, all that stuff already happened. It's already in this present moment. Every variation was already considered and already exists already within eternity. It's just that you as a conscious being, you get to decide which one resonates with you, which track you're going to get on. But you get to choose with your frequency, with your focus, the decisions that are the things that you give energy to, your decisions, which track you're on. I don't say this very often, but on a conscious level, it's necessary to be careful on which one you choose. Mentally, we've created this picture, these prerequisites, or based on our logical understanding of what's taking place, this and this and this must happen in order for liberation to take place and us to move into the fifth dimension and so on and so forth. And once again, this is all mental activity. These are our own filters of what we logically put together as far as how to make these shifts, or what we think is possible to make these shifts. We've gathered data and done research, and it's like, oh, well, this has to happen in this mechanism and this and so on and so forth, about how we feel what's necessary for us to make those shifts. But once again, this comes from an extremely limited logical perspective based on us giving so much attention, so much credit and validation to our intellectual capacity of understanding. Once again, when we relax ourselves, we allow for magic to take place. We allow for miracles to unfold. By getting out of the way, we allow for this stuff to take place. The more time we spend up here, the more filters we create, the more limitations we put in place, the more we get in our own way. Yes, of course, it's the tool. We use it to create things and project our desires, experiences. Of course, there's more. We use this to plant the seeds of intention. Great. Plant the seeds and get out the way. Do the work that's in front of you with presence. Ground yourself. Like, really decide to start to meditate. Like, on a daily basis. It ain't got to be all day. It ain't got to be 2 times 20 minutes a day. But be more aware of your heart and where you actually sit. Sit on the throne more often to recognize more of yourself. The more you evolve, the more you trust yourself, the more you recognize life by default is magical. It's just that when we're investing energy in here, attempting to figure things out and go down some succession of activity in order to achieve an ends, we can allow the ends to manifest themselves in the most efficient, effective way that's in alignment with infinite intelligence. We can allow for that to take place if we're sophisticated enough to take a step back and get out of our own way. Brilliance is at play. There is a way. There's always a way forward. You got to get out your own way to experience that, baby. Choose to give energy to a smooth experience, paved in gratitude and acceptance and humility. You've already experienced just tons and tons and tons of suffering. And that's why that's your point of reference. You feel like that's the only way forward. Why? There's a deeper aspect of self that knows better than that. That knows better than that, beloved. Give yourself a chance to heal. Give yourself a chance to experience harmony and peace and a graceful unfolding. Give yourself a chance. Give love a chance. Give peace a chance. Give yourself the opportunity to see another as a reflection in real life. Haven't you experienced enough suffering to have the emotional capacity to empathize with everyone? Do you have that? If you claim to be an old soul or mature soul, do you have the emotional content or capacity to see someone as your reflection? Where is that? Where is that? And truly old souls who've experienced the depth of experience in a human form, this is easily accessible because we've had so many. We've had so many lifetimes and they're so vivid to us as old souls. It's easy for us to access that level of empathy and understanding for another soul. Easy for us to access that compassion. Feel the emotions. Yes, feel them. Emotions that you embrace have no power over you. You take your power back through feeling those emotions. All the stuff, all the ugly stuff too. Jealousy and envy and comparison and hatred and your insecurities, all that. Feel it. Feel all of it. Because as you feel it, you heal it. You zap its vitality to exist in your sphere so much. So when it does come up, you know what it is. Ain't no big deal no more. And you recognize what it is. You're able to further check yourself when you embrace those emotions, when they come up. Because of course they come up. Of course they come up. You can take any, come on here. Look, don't even try it. Don't even try it. And be upfront with it and be honest about it. Be authentic. Be thorough. Once again, emotionally butt naked. Be with all of it. You're going down to the deepest depths of your own authenticity, where true beauty lives, where God stay at. It don't make you feel to hold your energy or hold your consciousness for so long no more, because you're so open about it. You're so willing to embrace it and accept it. You took your power back. It ain't a big deal no more. Not superficial healing, real healing. We drink, we smoke, we have sex. Sometimes we overeat, we overwork, we gamble. We do all these different things when we're triggered, when we're emotionally triggered. When we're emotionally triggered, we participate in these activities. Moderation is key. Of course, it's beautiful to experience, getting the bag every now and then, and, coloring up and getting it popping with your queen and all that kind of. Look, all of those things are beautiful. They're aspects of our experience. It's not having anything to do with judgment. Moderation is key, but we overstep our bounds. We start abusing the body, abusing our stimuli faculty, our senses, when we're emotionally triggered and we're not willing to take responsibility or ownership for those feelings. We run away. We're wise enough and mature enough to take responsibility. We know when we're doing it for fun and just to chill and relax and all that, and when we're hiding from emotions, when we're burying stuff and overcompensating with activity. We have options. Nature and creativity and stillness and exercise and stretching and all the things that are in alignment with our joyous presence and equilibrium. These are things that we can do when we're experiencing a trigger. When you get triggered, you can do these things. You can go to the studio, do a little reading, do some stretching, eat some fruit, go out to nature, get into do your meditation exercise. You can do these things versus doing the other stuff. If you need to give yourself a grace period to participate in both, then do so. Do so. Get your butt outside or sit down somewhere and be still. If you need to smoke or whatever case may be, go and do that. These are grace period activities. As we become more and more sophisticated, we become less dependent on stimuli or activity in order to be in this space, to participate in the process of healing ourselves and feeling how we feel. We become alright with it. It's okay. We don't have to do all of that. But we give ourselves a pass in order to gently assist ourselves in moving into that frequency where it's a natural aspect of our presence. We naturally do this stuff. We're on a natural high each and every day. When it's necessary, reward yourself. Self-love. Self-love, beloved. It's a process. It ain't easy. It ain't easy. Be your own guardian. Grant yourself the forgiveness, the room, the space to understand the ego self, to show compassion and empathy for the things that you're going through. Be your own guardian, beloved. The more evolved you become, the more gentle you are. You being gentle with life starts with you being gentle with yourself. Give yourself a break. You release the weight gradually and constantly of the distortions in your life. The more you're conscious of being triggered and dealing with those emotions, recognizing them and honoring them, the more you refine, the more you heal. Because if you were just to overindulge and continue to numb your senses because you're being triggered, the more you suppress and stuff that stuff in the closet. And beloved, it got to come out. You can choose to gradually let it come out, being responsible and doing the work now, each and every day. Gently, being gentle with yourself, doing the work every day, just a little bit, let it leak out, let it drip. Or you can stuff all that stuff into the closet and wait till something jump off. And then it all gonna come out anyway, all at the same time. Then there got to be some traumatic upheaval or some revelation or some embarrassment or some BS that you don't want to deal with versus just doing it a little bit every day. We spoke about this last week. Taking care of it before it's a problem. Doing it when everything cool. When you got a little emotional space and not too much stuff is going on, it ain't too traumatic, you can do a little bit every day. Drink water, ground, beloved. Do your creativity. Get out into nature. Strong connections are necessary. Adequate rest. We will say this. There is no advancement. There is no evolution in you lowering your vibration to attempt to strike down the dark as an attempt to emulate justice. This is to step down your frequency and to participate in lower vibrational activity. Many of us who want to proactively participate in doing what we feel will reconcile our experience. But once again, this is logic attempting to emulate real justice. And in truth, it doesn't help you. It doesn't help you at all. In actuality, it creates more karmic experiences. It creates more suffering for you. You actually slow down the process of your own liberation through doing that. Now, we talking about your timeline now. We talking about your timeline. Ain't got no, hey, look. I know what it is. I know justice is natural. I know those experiences or that aspect of creation has served me. Seen a lot of it firsthand. And yes, disgusting, dark, crimes against humanity, what have you, all that stuff. I got it. Absolutely. There's great, there's great potential for fire there. However, they serve and they make their own bed. They're not my competition. God, I don't have no opponent. Your arms too short to box with God. All will experience their own energy, their own level of deception, their own level of hatred. All will experience this. This is justice. Come on here. Justice. I ain't coming with you. We ain't doing that. I'm not going. I know you want to fight and all. I'm not going. I'm done. I done that already. That's why I'm sophisticated enough not to participate. I done that already. This energy, I got too much energy. It's too precious to be wasting it beefing with you. You know what's coming. I got beauty to attend to. I got compassion to attend to. I got empathy to attend to. So listen. Know that the human experience on planet Earth is truly unique. Truly unique. We express how unique it is all the time. Know that planet Earth is the hardest emotionally charged planet to incarnate on in the universe. The hardest to incarnate on as a conscious being in this universe. To be here at a service capacity, to incarnate on as a conscious being in a service capacity. Y'all are like superheroes of this galaxy. Like in real life. In real life. In this galaxy. And this ain't necessarily like attempting to gas you up. It's coming from a place of absolute balance. And in truth, you're taking the hardest route. The hardest route of self-realization, which involves us digesting and processing and transmuting traumas of experience that began their cycles many, many eons ago, all coming to a close now. All coming to a close now, in this lifetime, in this form. The body that you've designed specifically to physically walk into heaven with. This work is not just being done for you or your soul group or the planet Earth and the life on planet Earth. It's being done for all beings throughout the galaxy. Nothing but humility and gratitude and recognizing the nature of such a process. The privilege of such a process. Don't be afraid of what you feel. It's your destiny. It's what you created for yourself. Like we said, the greatest story ever told